Good morning. It is Friday, March the 21st. Good to have you with us on Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we're live at the HCCTV studios. Joining me this morning, as just about every Friday, Randy Ramsey is one of our adjuncts. And Randy, it's good to see you on this Friday.
Good morning. How are you? Thrilled to
I'm
be
good. I'm
back.
good. Do you have any big plans this weekend?
My son has a rugby game tonight. My daughter has
Oh,
a
there's a
rugby game
surprise.
tomorrow. There's a surprise. And laundry. I just got back from 10 days in Scotland. So,
Oh, there you go. That was nice. I got to spend time in Ireland back in January. So that's my next trip I want to go overseas to is go to Scotland next time.
well, I stayed in several good castles that had no internet or connection to the outside world. I'll send you the list. It was fantastic.
Good. Send me all your info because I'm going to be hopefully going there next year. Anyway, good to have you with us on this Friday morning. We're here Mondays through Fridays, 10 a.m. live, but you can catch us just about any time in social media. And Randy, we're also we're on our cable channel as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are on our Facebook page, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, and HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10 Monday through Friday.
So I know you're familiar with WorldFest Houston, and WorldFest is coming back, and it's Film Friday. We're welcoming the return of Houston's own independent film festival. It's celebrating its 58th year. Great celebration. Katy Lee Cannon is the executive director of WorldFest Houston, and she's our Film Friday guest. Good to see you, Katy Lee. Thanks for being here.
Hey there. I'm honored to be with HCCTV and excited to talk and share about the wonderful things happening at WorldFest. Appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. And I know you've got a number of events coming up, one of them starting tonight. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes. So stick around. We'll be with you in about 10 minutes. Okay, we're going to kick things off right now. Randy, you've got a special guest. This weekend is a huge weekend. For the past few years, we've been hosting a spelling bee, the annual Scripps Spelling Bee. And Randy, you've got the folks behind it.
I know, I'm so excited, and I'm a horrible speller, but I do love a spelling bee. So I thought this was ironic. Welcome to the show, Terri Mosley-Nickerson the project manager for the Office of Project and Change Management, and Ashley Rhodes, the student life coordinator for Northeast College. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so excited to have you guys here. Let's start with you. How long has HCC been a sponsor of the Scripps Regional Spelling Bee?
So HCC has actually sponsored the Regional Bee for 3 years. This is our third year, and it is being hosted by the Northeast College. Every year, a different college will sponsor it, but I am the conduit in that I make sure that all of the policies and processes are followed and that we're able to produce a bee that is both fun, exciting, and rewarding for the students.
I mean, it sounds amazing, but like, let me ask you a question. I just said like as if I was 15. Terrible. How do you identify the spellers that are going to compete?
Ashley?
Oh, it is a long process, but a really, really interesting one. We start around September. And so with September, we have about 900 schools that enroll in the bee. And so they enroll in the bee. And from there, those schools have school bees. They may have classroom bees, a school bee, then they have a district bee. If a school does not belong to a district, they may go to an area bee, such as the area bee in Beaumont or the area bee in Lufkin or Montgomery County. Then we have our private schools, our charter schools, our home schools, and they actually host their bee, and then they go into an online regional qualifier. And that's how they end up here with us. If they're online charter or private school, and then the schools who go through districts and area bees, they have the district and area bee, and then they get to us to the region bee that's held here at HCC. So it's a long process to get those wonderful 46 spellers that we're going to have tomorrow.
So 46, that's how many kids we're going to have at the spelling bee tomorrow?
46. So we have narrowed it down from over 800 schools to just 46 students around the Texas area.
And let me ask you a question, because these 46 kids have been working a really long time. How long is the day tomorrow when they're there spelling their little hearts out?
So we have the students check in by 9 a.m. And the actual bee will start at 10 a.m. And the time really will vary. It's based on the rounds of the spelling bee, how quickly some of them are ruled out. But I will tell you, last year we had about 67 spellers and we did not finish till after 5 o'clock. Because when I tell you these young kids can really spell and it's so competitive that it's rare that they're getting out in the earlier rounds.
So, I mean, that's a long day. Like, I'm exhausted just hearing about it. But do the kids love it? Are they excited?
These
Absolutely.
Yes, these kids, their parents, they're excited. I always say, have you ever seen the spelling bee on ESPN? And they were like, oh, yes. I say, well, this is the bee right before that. It's like the Super Bowl of spelling, right? So we're in the championship right now, getting those to go to the Super Bowl of spelling. So it is a wonderful thing for our students. They are excited about it. Their parents are excited about it. And these kids have been studying over 2,500 words to actually compete with us on tomorrow.
So, do they get a list of words to study, or is there a study guide? Is
There
there some
is.
recommended learning?
Everything comes from the Merriam-Webster dictionary. And so every year Scripps sends us a list, which is the champion of words. And so it does include 2,500 words that they do ask students to study. And get this, the students are not just studying how to spell the word, there's vocabulary. So they will have some vocabulary where they're gonna need to know the meaning and the origin of that word. So like I said, these kids are not just studying, okay, I can spell the word. No, they're getting deep into the origin of this word. Is it Latin? Is it Greek? So they are doing a big thing here.
So, how many kids will advance from our regional bee?
So there will be three winners, first, second, and third, and they will go to the National Spelling Bee in Washington, D.C. So as the regional bee sponsor, after those three winners are identified, we then help support sending them to Washington to participate in the National Bee.
So, how many kids are in the national bee?
It varies. I think you can have upwards of 70 plus kids that participate.
But what an amazing opportunity for the students. We get 3 students from our region. They get to meet kids from all over the country who are also sort of language nerds, which I am. And I think that's amazing for them to meet other kids that have the same interests or are pursuing the same thing. So when is the national bee?
The National Bee actually is in DC, and again, it's in May of 2025, and it will be broadcasted. So it'll be exciting to see all of the children that had advanced on TV. Last year, I'll tell you that we had our 3 were in the top 10 of the bee last year. So it was kind of exciting to see our children from the Houston area, from our regional bee advance.
Oh, that's amazing. So you guys both seem very, very interested and like very excited about it. Let me ask you a question, Ashley. I mean, it's not, nobody is thinking, what I'm going to do later is I'm going to run a spelling bee. So how did you get involved?
I work on several different projects here with Houston Community College, and just being a native Houstonian and having a child that is in these schools that are participating, it was very interesting to me because I'm looking at it as if, oh, my 6-year-old can one day go through this bee. And it's just an amazing experience for these students because those top 3 are getting out of Houston. They're getting out of Texas. They're going to DC to represent our state. So it was just an amazing experience to be a part of, to know that those students are going to gain that experience, that gain those friends that they'll meet at the bee. So it was just a wonderful thing to be a part of.
I agree.
Well,
So
I'm very excited. But Terri, let me ask you a question because you said we've been hosting it 3 years here at HCC. So how did we end up hosting it?
So Dr. Desmond Lewis and Marlon White actually brought the idea to the college. And when I joined the college, my leader, who is Dawn Majors, said, I've got the perfect project for you, the spelling bee. And I thought, the spelling bee? And I will tell you that I kind of thought, wow, I guess, I didn't know that it was such a big deal. But after being part of the project last year. I was so excited to, number one, be pegged as the project manager for the upcoming year, because going through the process and seeing all those children and how well they spell, right? And just the whole process of putting it together, all the work that goes into it. On the day of the bee, it is truly like seeing all of your work come to fruition and see how beautiful the bee turns out and how much the children and the parents really enjoy it. So again, Dr. Desmond Lewis, I'm sorry, and Marlon Anderson initially bought the idea to the college.
Well, what a wonderful addition it is to our
Mhm.
community. I'm so excited as a member of the community that we get to celebrate these kids in that way. And thank you so much, Terri Mosley-Nickerson of HCC's Project and Change Management, and Ashley Rhodes of the Northeast College Student Life, both working on the Scripps Spelling Bee. Thank you so much for being here today and telling us all about it, and have a great day tomorrow. Can't wait to see how it turns out.
Thank you.
You.
And after a commercial break, Todd will be back with Katy Lee Cannon, our Film Friday guest.
At Houston Community College, we make your lessons matter. Open the door to real-world education, where passions become careers. Find out more at hccs.edu and let your success take flight.
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much like that helped me. I finally like knew that I had somebody.
Welcome back to Up to the Minute. We're live at the HCCTV studios. It is Friday, Film Friday, and we've got a special guest. WorldFest Houston is just around the corner. Katy Lee Cannon joins us live right now. And welcome back to the show, Katy. Good to have you with us, and our condolences about the recent loss of your father, who started WorldFest. Of course, we're talking Hunter Todd. And I imagine he had a lot in mind when he created WorldFest, but tell us what makes this festival so special.
Well, thank you, Todd, and I appreciate the kind words. WorldFest Houston, it got its start 58 years ago and was really focused on emerging filmmakers, giving folks who are new to the scene the opportunity to share their creative excellence with the world and to focus on global perspectives. So it's a wonderful discovery film festival where people come and create this beautiful community of filmmaking. Something I'm really excited about here in Houston is we see this gorgeous film wave happening. So many different organizations like Cinema Arts and Swamp, and of course, Not Another Film Org. They're producing incredible work. And so I'm just so excited about what is possible here with WorldFest. And now that I'm at the head, which is interesting to step into this leadership position, I'm just asking, what would make WorldFest the film festival that Houston deserves? So if anyone has any ideas on how we can make it even better and give back to the community, that's what this is for. It's a platform for independent filmmakers.
Well, let me ask you, I'm kind of curious, when your dad first started this, where was he hosting the films? What venues did he use? Did you go to some of those? Do you remember those? Are some of them still around?
They absolutely are. Now, it did start 58 years ago. That was a little bit before my time. And it actually originated in Atlanta, Georgia, before moving to the Virgin Islands for 5 years,
Wow.
which I'm very jealous I wasn't a part of that. And then to Miami for 1 year before coming back to Houston, or coming to Houston for the first time. All the oil and gas money, people were excited, really focused on arts and culture. And back in the day, we had our opening nights at River Oaks Theater, and we are
Yeah.
so delighted to be able to have our opening night there again, just in this historic space.
It's great to have that theater back open and up
Oh,
and
yeah.
running. It
It's
really
so
is nice.
beautiful. The bathroom tile, I can't get over it. Like,
Yeah,
it's so
yeah.
gorgeous in there, and such a historical testament to Houston. So very grateful for our friends at Art House Houston who brought it back to life.
Now, let me ask you this. I know you have an event coming up today, which is a pretty big one. Tell us about that.
Yes, so we're starting things off with some lead-up parties. Tonight is our first one. It will be held at the Kirby Ice House in Memorial, that's on Gessner, from 6 to 8. We invite all of our film family, friends to come out. We'll have some door prizes, giveaways, information on the selections that we've made so far, and just an opportunity for people to get together and talk about filmmaking and get excited about WorldFest, which is just over a month away.
Now, when can people get the schedule of the films and events?
Great question. So that is rolling out March 24th. So exactly 1 month before the premiere of our opening night film. And everything will be announced on worldfest.org, our website, and you can purchase individual tickets then. Right now, you can purchase full passes to the festival. And it's an exciting lineup. We brought in a lot of great filmmakers from all over the world. And again, just focusing on a good story well told.
Opening night, you're going to release the schedule on March 24th, and opening night is exactly a month later on April 24th, correct? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we are thrilled to be premiering with Long Shadows. That's directed and co-written by William Shockley, and it has an all-star cast of Dermot Mulroney, Jacqueline Bisset, Dominique Monaghan, and many others. And it is a Western with some ties to Texas. So we're thrilled to be presenting this film. It's a tale of revenge and love, and any chance to put on a cowboy hat and say yeehaw is a good time in our book. So we're thrilled to be inviting them. I know some people will be there for the festival. I'm not exactly sure who yet, but once we get that confirmed, we'll let you know.
Well, you've got some very noticeable stars, Dermot Mulroney and Dominic Monaghan in that first film. So I'm certainly interested in seeing that one. Now, aside from that, what are some of the other things that the audiences can get excited about?
So I'm really excited about a film called Pleasure By, which was filmed in Galveston. And it's one of those movies that really gives you a chance to be excited about independent cinema, because they're working with absolutely minimal resources, but it's so skillfully crafted that you're in the story. And I'm just really excited about what's possible when people have to be a little bit more creative with a smaller budget. So that'll be a lot of fun. It's directed by Adam Bensel, and we expect a lot of folks from that one to come out. And one of the great things about WorldFest is that it's so accessible. You can be there in the theater with the directors and the filmmakers, and then enjoy a Q&A or grab a drink with them afterwards. So it's a great way to network and learn more about the independent industry as well.
Now, Galveston's getting a lot of notoriety in the film world. I know with that film itself, and then also the 1923, the Taylor Sheridan series. They filmed a lot of that in Galveston, although I don't think they call it Galveston, but they are noticeably down there at certain times of the year.
Yes, I think there's so much that's happening here in Houston as far as the film industry, and Galveston, surrounding areas in Houston. And I think there's a really cool wave that's about to happen. So not only are other organizations providing really great training for our film folks here in Houston to be on the sets, to be actively engaged in filmmaking, but we also offer that too at WorldFest with our masterclass seminars. So we'll be doing these workshops on lighting, screenwriting, on-set protocols for actors, and then I'm really excited about stunts and ammunition with Sean Welling, which will be a lot of fun. plus our directors panels. We bring in directors from our 36 features that will be screened. We have about 100 shorts that will be screened as well. So we'll have a panel during the workshops to just chat with them and ask those burning questions about how to make these movies.
Now, your father, Hunter Todd, started WorldFest 58 years ago. I imagine this year you'll be honoring his legacy. Tell us about that.
Well, yes. Hunter he spent his whole life trying to elevate independent filmmaking, and he was certainly a character. He did a lot of great work for independent filmmakers throughout the years, and he had this vision with WorldFest to really focus on creative excellence and helping people get to the next level in their career. So we're taking that vision and we're figuring out how to update it to the modern world, because 58 years is a long time. And I'm in the office right now, and we have some film reels, we have 8 tracks, we have all this tech from over the years. So figuring out how we can take that vision and move forward while building film community, while bringing creative excellence to Houston and allowing diverse stories to be told. And this year in particular, we've put together an incredible board of advisors to help keep the festival going. And our goal is to have the festival this year and the next year to really get into the vision building and how we can make it the best independent international film festival that Houston deserves.
Finally, I know people may want to get involved, or if they want to get tickets, one website they can go to. Tell us where.
Yes, worldfest.org, and we're on socials at WorldFest Houston as well. There's lots of ways to get involved. You could be a volunteer in the office stuffing bags, or even working with the filmmakers during the festival. We are looking for a few more sponsors, so that's another great way to get involved and help us to pull off the festival with some extra pizzazz. You can also purchase tickets or come to the masterclass seminars. Lots of different ways to get involved. Now, I encourage everyone to check out the schedule when it's released, join us for a lead-up party, and let's have some fun while elevating the Houston film industry even further.
Katy Lee Cannon is the executive director of WorldFest Houston and our Film Friday guest. A lot of events coming up. April 24th is our opening night. For all the information, we'll have their link and social media info in our post after the show. Katy Lee, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, Todd. And HCCTV, see you
All
at
right.
the movies.
Thank you. We're going to take another short break. When we return, we've got some news and announcements of things that are going on across the district. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At Houston Community College, we make your lessons matter. Open the door to real-world education, where passions become careers. Find out more at hccs.edu and let your success take flight.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars. Really tall. I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
And we also want to mention that we do have summer registration underway right now. If you want to register for HCC, it's very easy. We have 5 ways to learn, 2 online, 2 of them hybrid, 1 of them in-person classes, old-fashioned, old style. You can go to hccs.edu/apply. Mental Health Monday will spotlight a special student success story. That's coming up on Monday, along with the return of the World Languages program to talk about the Korean culture class we just mentioned. So all that and more on Monday. Randy, have a great weekend. I know you're doing rugby.
Rugby, rugby, rugby. You have a great weekend too.
All right. Thank you all. Have a good weekend, folks. Enjoy it. We'll see you again Monday live at 10 a.m.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened?
Your friend's not safe.
Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God!
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.